Hey, if you're new here, I'm playing, reviewing and ranking every roguelike I own and then placing them gently onto this tier list. We just played one of my favourite games of all time, Spelunky 2, a game that definitely deserves the S tier, and today we're playing Dicey Dungeons, which is a game that some like, some don't. One of the main problems people seem to have is that the game is too RNG heavy and it never feels fair, and you roll 9 ones in a row, and the enemy always gets the perfect dice, and you can't win, and gambling isn't fun. Wait, gambling isn't fun? Isn't that the whole point?
Let's go gambling!
Dicey Dungeons is simply a game about trying your luck against Lady Luck. Literally. If you were ever thinking this game would be fair, look at how it ends every single time you win. The odds are never in your favor, and yeah, it can be annoying, but that's the gamble. Play a different game if you don't want to take some chances. Now, this isn't me saying the game is completely unfair. There are actually quite a few ways you can get what you want. You can bump your dice up by 1, re-roll, flip the dice, roll extra dice, force 6s next turn, blah 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 blah. It's not pure luck, it's just heavily influenced by luck. Now with all this talk about luck, let's try our luck and see if we can win a run, shall we? Yeah! I last played Dicey Dungeons on the 21st of February 2024, and I have almost 50 hours in it because I used to play it while in the queue in Valorant.
Oh my god, I'm coming.
So I think a lot of those hours are just in the pause menu. But I have completed the first 2 episodes for every character, so what better way to start than to go back to the first character, the warrior, and try to beat episode 3, where you lose 2 max health every time you level up. If you've never played Dicey Dungeons, basically you roll a certain number of dice per turn and you place them dice into these little equipment slots to perform actions and defeat the enemy. For example, this Venus flytrap lets you do whatever amount of damage your dice is worth, and if it hits a 6, you also restore 2 health. Anyway, first enemy should be easy, just hope that you get high rolls, and he gets high rolls too and he weakens my dice. Right. So that's another thing that can happen. Some equipment let you give debuffs to the enemy, like weaken, which can make my Venus flytrap only take up to a 3 now. I beat the gardener pretty easily and I get to open a chest, yippee! I get the battle axe, which does 2 times your dice value, super handy item. This frog gets annihilated and we level up. Your character also gets a special ability which charges up when you take damage. So the warrior's ability is Fury, which will double the next action. So my 4 does 8 damage and then it does 8 damage again. Epic! I beat this loser and I get another chest. This one does exactly what it says. It gives you back your dice with +1 to its value. I do love the art style of this game, it's just so cute. Look at this guy, he can't stop sneezing. We're off to a good start, but this next floor is when the game starts to get serious, and with my dwindling max health there isn't much room to make mistakes. Beat the handyman and I get to this anvil which lets me upgrade my equipment. I choose to upgrade the battle axe because it reduces the size. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You can only hold a few equipments at a time, and some take up 2 slots. So upgrading this lets me include a whole nother action into my fights. Beat this floor and I'm onto floor 4. Super wizard. I feel like I've never seen a super enemy, but I must have, right? I don't remember. Anyway, I don't know what makes him super, so let's find out. Ahaha, he's so magical that he can pull his own socks off and then put them back on. He kinda shreds my health on his first turn, so I gotta pull out the big guns. I clear the rest of the floor pretty easily, level up again, and now I'm realizing I only have 16 max health. That's like 3 good dice rolls from the enemy, and my run would be over. This guy has 48 health, but I beat him because I'm good. Upgrade my bump so I can do it twice, beat these other 3 because I'm good, and I level up for the last time. 14 max health? Serious? The next floor is the boss fight. I think it can be any of the game's bosses and you don't know until you get there. I wish you could have some indication of who it would be so you can prepare. Some of them are strong against certain status effects or weak against others, and it would suck to pull up to someone who completely counters you and you can't do anything to prepare for it. But hey, that's the gamble.
Let's go gambling!
And there it is. Wow. First time. I guess the luck was on my side. I think that's 3 games now that I've won on the first run, because I'm good. But as you all know, I've played these games before, except for the one that I'm going to talk about after the review. Speaking of the review, let's review the game and I'll give you guys an inkling into my thoughts. Here you go, Dicey Dungeons, spin this totally fair wheel and let's see what ranking you get. Oh, unlucky. Dicey Dungeons is the B tier roguelike. It's good and it's fun when you get some decent dice rolls. And there are also plenty of additional ways to play with all the characters. They all have different unique abilities and ways to play, which is pretty cool. The main problem I do have is a lack of depth. I just want more, I just want a little bit more. I wish I could upgrade multiple times or get some additional passive abilities. Something to make every run feel completely different. I'm not sure, honestly. I do like how short the runs can be if you're quick, so I guess there's not much chance to include that kind of long progression, but that's because the game has been made around these short 6 floors. But hey, every game is special in its own way, but they aren't all S tiers. That being said, I do like this game a lot, and it's a fun way to spend 30 minutes. Dicey Dungeons cost 22 AUD, and I bought it for 7 2 years ago, and I'm very happy with that price. Nowadays it goes on sale for around $4.30, which is so worth it if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave a like, maybe even subscribe, and keep an eye out for the next game, which I won't be spinning the wheel for.
What?
Because I bought 2 roguelikes recently, and I want to play them. So next time I'll be playing Die in the Dungeon, because it just came out. So somehow there'll be 2 dice-based dungeon games in a row?
Let's go gambling!